Oh, hi guys. I'm just getting some stitching done today, and I would hope you guys would come along with me. So this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and welcome. So what I'm doing is just getting some fun batting inside of our stitch journal that we've been working on. I'll show you the front here. So this is the stitch journal. And if you want to get caught up with us, I will put it on the end screen so you guys can come check it out. There's a whole series I'm working on with you. And what I want to do today is, so I went ahead and just bound in some of just the batting here. So I got some pages of that. I got some fun little pages in the front here that we could play with. And I went ahead and decided to go ahead and put some jean on the title page, if you will, just like the front page here. And what I want to do is flip this over and add a little button and a buttonhole, and we'll do some sewing around the little buttonhole, and I'll show you guys how to do that today. So let's get started. Okay, so what I have here is just some big bag of buttons, and it's just from like Joann Fabrics or something like that. The other day my mom sent me, she's a quilter, I've told you guys about her, and she's amazing, and she sent me a whole box of fun goodies. She went and got me some big buttons, and then she sent me a bunch of fabrics and embroidery threads, because I've been playing around doing just some fun embroideries and things like that. So let's see, there was a button I was eyeballing, and of course it's at the bottom here. I mean, there's just some really fun buttons in here. Ooh, that one's kind of cool. But I think the one I want is this one. Oh, I like that one. What do you guys think? That one's kind of cool, huh? I don't know, so they're really fun to play with. Or, see, I didn't know if I wanted to go darker. No, I think I like that one. All right, so first thing we want to do is line it up. So what I did is, this is just an old pair of my son's jeans that he grew out of, and I just cut it. And I don't even mind this. I did an accidental snip right here, and instead of just freaking out about it or anything, I'm just going with it. So I just took it and frayed it some more, and just have it all frayed and just whimsical looking. A little whimsical right there. So I think that kind of gives a little character. So I took part of the pant leg and then cut it, and then this is, I was going to cut it to size, but I went, you know what, it's kind of neat how the fold, you know, how it goes over to the other part of the other side of the pant leg. I just went ahead and cut it a little further, and now it's like a little hinge. So just like we have our front hinge in the front here, I was like, why can't our little title page have a little hinge? So yeah, so that's kind of fun. Not just like a happy little accident there. Okay. To quote Bob Ross. Okay. So we got that, and then we just want to line it up. And then remember, we're gonna be stitching inside here, so it's gonna get a little bulkier. So I want to do it, I don't want to do it too tight. So I'm thinking something like that. So just make sure you line it up. Get that where you want it. Okay. And then what I want to do, because we're going to have our button here-ish. So we're going to just want to do a slit. Let's go ahead and get a pin here, because we want to do a slit that'll fit through there. Plus we're going to sew around it. So you could see that's about where we want our button. If you guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just got the button underneath like that, and then I could feel it. So I'm just gonna take it, and none of the, you know, I'm not going for perfection. I'm just kind of going for just the journey. I mean, honestly, guys, it's not like I'm getting graded on this, I hope. I hope you guys aren't grading me. Okay, so let's see. So then you're just gonna take it and split it like that, and then let's just do a little slit. Get a little slit, and I would use our fabric scissors for this. and then just slit to where you cut. Okay. And you can see that it's gonna pop through, so it's a little tight still. And think about it, we're gonna put some stitches too, and that's gonna thicken it, so you can just pop it a little more. You don't wanna do it too big. There, I think we'll get our button for that just fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and then sew about where we want it. Right about there, okay? And what I have is just some embroidery thread, embroidery floss, whichever you'd like to call it. And I just did 3 strands. I just split it to 3. It comes with 6, and then I split it for 3 of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a sew down. A little sew down here. So we've definitely here in Oregon had rain off and on. And our big windstorm I was telling you guys about the other night. We have huge oak trees outside of our house here. And they're big. I mean, they're over 100 years old. They're old. We actually live in an old farmhouse. And it's 100 years old. So that's a little fun fact there. So it's been remodeled, some parts of it and stuff, and you know, things like that. And so the point is that the big oak trees are about as old as this house, and we had that huge windstorm, and we had our power go out for about an hour. And I don't know if you guys do, but I sleep with a fan. Like, I have to have like the noise just to shut my brain off, and I just have a fan on. And I did not have a fan. So, and it was like 1 in the morning, and the wind was blowing so hard. We had like 40 something plus gusts of wind, mile an hour. And it was making the branches, so it was rubbing the top of our, we had a satellite dish up there. We don't even use it anymore. We should take that down. But the branch was sitting there rubbing it, and it sounded like metal on metal, and it was just, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But finally the power came back on about, I think it was 2 in the morning, so it was out for about an hour. And I turned the fan on and then just finally fell asleep. But, whew, that was a huge windstorm, for sure. Okay, so I just kept on sewing there. Make sure it's good. And then just come back here. And we'll just do a little tie off. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have had the crazy weather, but I think there's like 40-something states that are just having like tons of rain, tons of wind, tons of snow. We didn't get hit as hard as some of the other states. I mean, we were just getting just some of the wind and stuff, but some of the states are just getting it pretty good. This button has an concave thing, so it's hard to get around it. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Here, I'll show you guys that again. So I just go around, catch the hoop here, like that, and then just tie it in a knot. And it shouldn't go anywhere. So yeah, so I hope you guys are being safe, because, man, it is just brutal in the States here right now. Okay, so let's see. Did we line it up right? This is the question. I like that because it gives us some room to grow, so I didn't want to do it too tight. Oh, there's a little shine on the button, huh? You guys can see it. Oop. There we go. So it's kind of a cool button. I like how you can see through it and see the jean and all that through it. Okay. Okay, so now let's go ahead and we could just do a little fun little whip stitch around. Let's see. I don't think that's going to be long enough. I'm going to go ahead and do, let's do 3. was going to do 6, but I think that'd just be too much. Yeah, but we haven't gotten snow. No snow this year. Some years we get a little bit of snow, but not to say it won't happen. I mean, we're supposed to get some really cold front coming in, like in the 20s or teens, which is cold for here. So we're all thinking about how to prevent our pipes from freezing and stuff, because, I mean, we usually don't. Like I said, this is definitely an old house, so it's like we got to think about that kind of stuff. So you got to hunker down and hopefully don't have your pipes freeze, you know. Well, the best thing to do for that is just to keep your water running just a little bit too, because I remember that in Alaska. Okay, so what I'm doing is just starting with my knot here, and we can work around this knot too. We can leave it like this and catch the back of it. So let's go through the hole. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring you guys down real quick. Okay, that should be better. So I just went up through the hole here. And then we're just gonna keep going up through the hole. Can see. So just get comfortable. The best way to hold it, because this takes a second to get it all whip stitched around here. Okay, so I'm just trying to catch all the end here as I do it, so just to make it more fiddly. So I'm just going down here and then through the hole, and then trying to catch the end here. Trying to catch it. We can cut that too, the little thing. We could cut the end too, but I'm just securing it in there. So that's all I'm doing, is just kind of going around like that. The point is just to kind of get it so it won't just sit there and fray as you're buttoning and unbuttoning it all the time. So you're just catching all the little frays here. I'm just catching that end. I love the sound. I think that's the most relaxing part of all this, is the sound of the needle through the fabric. And it's just so, like, meditative, I guess, you know, like just kind of getting your own thoughts and just keep going, and you don't even notice you're doing it after a while. So like all these little bits, you can just kind of snip those off and they're out of your way. So just however you want to do it. And like I said, I'm really not going for perfection. I'm just going for just to make it so it's just not all frayed. Okay. And if you want, you could go back and do it again. So I just kind of just did that. But if you want to get closer and do it more perfect, if you want to do it just, you know, closer together, just kind of, you just have to watch it and just do it. But you can always go back. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm going to flip here and do the same thing. So I'm just doing this like that. Like I said, see, now I could go back a little if I want to, and I mean, it doesn't even matter. You're just really just making it so it just doesn't sit there and fray more and make the buttonhole bigger. So you're just trying to catch all that. So I was just showing you guys the basics here of how to get it. So it's not going to keep going here. And then I can go back a little bit at a time. Just catch some of the gaps. Use up the thread. We don't want to waste the thread. Well, even though, you know, we don't waste it. Nope, no waste around here, which I definitely will be incorporating a lot of that throughout this little stitch journal here. And that will definitely be something I will be doing once a week, is just, we'll do a fun little stitch along and find fun things to do in here. So I hope you guys definitely tune in for that. This is what my guys are doing today. Being lazy. They're being lazy. All right, so if you guys are enjoying this video, hit the like button. That helps my video get out there further for others to see. And I really appreciate you guys. But I wanted to show you here, so I went ahead and went around. And like I said, if you guys want to do it more, you could definitely just go through and, you know, get them closer together, the stitches. But I'm going to close this off, and I will show you guys. Okay, so I'm just going through. Just go through a couple times here. This is going to be worked a lot, so just make sure you get it, you know, as many times as you want, just kind of so it's not going anywhere. Okay. And there we go. And we got ourselves a fun little button closure. So I just wanted to jump on and show you guys this fun closure, little button closure, and how to do a little whip stitch around a buttonhole. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys will see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.